Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday to you all. I hope everybody had a great and happy, fun, safe 4th of July. I would love to hear you guys comment below on how you spent your 4th. I'd love to hear from you. My husband and I, we took our boat over to Lake Union and watched the fireworks show in Seattle. Definitely did deliver. It was absolutely amazing. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Again, this is my Monday market real estate update for Kitsap County. I like to bring this to you every Monday, start off the week, kind of give you a good pulse on what's happening in the real estate market. So I'm definitely going to start this off by saying I'm definitely seeing the typical summer slowdown here in Kitsap County, which definitely makes sense. I mean, kids are out of school, families are vacationing, etc. It normally picks up after kids go back to school in September. Again, it's only, again, a minor slowdown here. So we are still in a strong seller's market here in Kitsap County. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the breakdown on the activity that we've seen in the last week throughout selected cities in Kitsap County area. And then I'm going to discuss the market trends with you. And again, like I said, it's still a hot market here in Kitsap County. Inventory numbers are still tight. I know that I may sound like a broken record coming to you this every week and saying that, but I promise to give you an accurate pulse on the market, and this is where we're at. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. So let's start off again. We're going to talk about Port Orchard. So in the last week, you guys, we had 15 listings that have sold, which is actually down from 31 listings the week prior. So less than half. Pending, we had 4 last week, which is down from 13 the week prior. So you guys can kind of see a little bit of the trend here I'm talking about with the typical summer slowdown. Active new listings, we had 21 new listings last week, down from 27 the week prior. Bremerton, we had 10 active listings that sold last week, down from 21 the week prior. Pending, we're still sitting again this week at only 2 listings that went under contract in the Bremerton area. Active, we had 11 listings, new listings come on the last week in the Bremerton area, down from 16 the week prior. So again, you can see the slowdown happening in Bremerton as well. Let's talk about Silverdale. So Silverdale, we had 3 listings that were sold, and which is actually down from 8 the week before. Pending, we actually again had 2 listings last week. That is actually 2 listings that have gone under contract in Silverdale for 3 weeks in a row. So 2 seems to be the magical number for pending in Silverdale. Active, we had 6 new listings come on the market in Silverdale, which is actually up from 3 we had the week prior. So a little bit of an increase in active listings for Silverdale, which is actually kind of nice to see because, again, Silverdale is another area where there's just hasn't been a lot of inventory. Let's see. Poulsbo. So Poulsbo, we had 8 listings that sold in Poulsbo in the last week, which is down from 19 the week prior. Pending, we had 6 listings that went under contract last week, which is up from 5 the week prior. So a little bit of a pickup there. And then active in Poulsbo, we had 9 new listings come on last week, which is down from 12 the week prior. So let's talk about total active listings for Kitsap County. So this last week, we're sitting at 621. We're up by 1. Last week, the week prior, we were at 620. So we're kind of still hovering in that, 620 area. The median house price is sitting at $357,500 for Kitsap. That is an increase of 8.3% year over year. So prices are definitely continuing to rise. Month supply of inventory, or what is known as the absorption rate, you guys, we're still sitting at that magical number of 1.7 months worth of inventory. So again, like I said, you guys, it's still a very tight market as far as the amount of inventory. So let's talk about this. If you're looking to buy, you guys, it's imperative that you're working with a competent real estate agent that can put together an offer that helps you stand out amongst the competition, you guys, because again, being a seller's market, which means a supply and demand. There's more buyers than there are houses for sale. So you also want to make sure you're working with a real estate consultant that's able to competently compare properties for you so you do not end up by paying more for that dream home. Now, if you're looking to sell, talking to you guys that are looking to sell your homes, it's very important to make sure that you're pricing your house correctly in line with your competition. Again, you're going to have competition. I mean, even though the inventory numbers are low, there's still other houses out there for sale. You only get one chance to make that first impression. You do not want your home to be known by buyers as the overpriced homes because, again, buyers will look at that and they're just going to move on and completely overlook it. So it's really, really imperative as a seller. You work very closely with your real estate consultant to make sure that you are pricing your home competitively and in the right price range. So I'm going to kind of share with you guys an interesting observation I'm going to leave you guys with. This is kind of interesting. I did some research for some clients of mine. Again, like I've shared with you guys, I have a very streamlined process when I'm working with buyers, from start to finish to help them, find the home that's going to meet their wants and needs and so forth. So I did a search for homes priced in the $250,000 to $350,000 price range with at least 3 bedrooms, 2 baths on at least a ½ an acre or more in the Port Orchard area in the last year, okay? So not a month, but the last year. I was doing, like I said, I was doing this for a client, you guys, and there were only 68 houses that have sold that meet that criteria, which is a pretty popular criteria. And let's be honest, with the way the prices are here in Kitsap County, the $250,000 to $350,000 price range is the first-time home buyer price range. And with only 68 houses that have sold with the above-mentioned criteria in the Port Orchard area over the last year, you get a sense of how competitive the market is, and other cities throughout Kitsap County are going to be very, very similar. So the moral of the story here is, and I get buyers all the time coming to me, saying I want a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house on acreage. Not everybody wants to live, in the neighborhoods that the houses are very close together. Some people do enjoy that. They like that small, tight-knit community for their kids. But I would say the majority of my clients come to me. They want some land, at least a ½ an acre. So if you're desiring a ½ acre or more, you want to count on not having hundreds of homes to pick from. Again, we only had 68 homes on a ½ an acre or more that have sold in the Port Orchard area in the last year. Okay, so if you're in this price range and you're sitting there going, I really would like to have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home on some acreage, I just kind of giving you some foresight into what you're going to be looking at. So if you want more choices as far as acreage, you're going to need to either A, adjust your expectations, or B, increase your budget, if even possible. For a lot of people, it's not. So knowing your wants and needs are going to be critical. And if you see something that you like, I'm just going to leave you with this. Do not wait. Okay, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this is just reality, you guys. And as I've learned before, as I've learned in this market, and as I've said it before, the buyer that's approved for the $300,000 home wants the $400,000 home. And the buyer that's approved for the $400,000 home wants the $500,000 home, okay? So you guys, you have to be realistic. And alongside that, it's very important to work closely as ever with your agent. And hopefully you have an agent that can help guide you and support you, that will get you the best house for your wants and your needs, okay? So I hope it gives you some insight on our current real estate market here and where we're at locally. And if you have any questions, like I've always said, or thinking about buying or selling, reach out to me anytime. I'm always happy to help. And as always, I'm going to share the link to my ultimate home buyer's guide for you guys to download. It's free. It has some great tips on buying a home. And I hope you find this helpful, as all my clients have. So that's my Monday market update for this week. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you guys make it a great home buying and selling day. And I will see you guys next week.